Shall we explain what we're doing here? Because,
Yeah, let's make the intro.
So just a disclaimer, these papers here are what I was supposed to be a very stylish and you could say exciting intro, which I storyboarded and brainstormed with my daughter.
Storyboarding, yeah.
Yeah. Some highlights included me sitting in a tent thinking pensively about something, and also posing by my Peugeot, just to show that I have. Flexing by the Peugeot, and also wearing a small child cycling helmet whilst rolling down the street on a equally small scooter. Those were some of the ideas here that you haven't got to see. I'll just put those away.
This is excellent. My internet connection is unstable.
Yeah. Your internet connection is unstable. Your internet connection is a reflection of you, basically.
I dare you, but it's absolutely correct if you read my tweets.
So this is a video cast, which the best explanation of this, what we're doing here, is this is what happens when all your good and actually exciting ideas don't come to fruition, and because you're too jaded and cynical and old to do them, and in the end you just sit here on a Sunday morning with a mate talking about nonsense. That's what's happening here. In the future, we might even ask some other people to come and join us and talk about nonsense as well. This is my bear here. Well, it's not really my bear, it's my daughter's bear, but because she's got so many other stuffed toys, she keeps this in my loft office. As you can see, the luxury of the loft office I'm in, and the gloomy light from the skylight.
I think you just need to clarify that bear in another language means something else. So this is a teddy bear.
Yeah, this is a teddy bear, and its name is Angelina. That's the name.
All right.
So I do have some impressive lights. Look, if you look at this, I've got some LED lighting here, which will come on. The problem is that it has a flickering and strobing effect. So
yeah, not good for the refresh rate on the cameras.
Not very good. So that has to stay off, I'm afraid. How was your week? This is
I'm just sorting out my lighting.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, look, this is my lighting. Just a lamp.
That's quite professional. That is. You should have one of those ring lights. That accentuates your small pores that you have in your.
Yeah, I don't
your
need that
skin.
much verification. I don't need to be, verified by social media.
Do you mean validated, Babar?
No, no, verify.
Okay, right. You mean having a blue tick?
God, man!
I thought of
beautiful Sunday morning.
I thought of a tagline to this of a slogan or a description of the podcast that we can put on the YouTube description. It is because this is Horrid Wizard and Friends. I am the Horrid Wizard, as you know. I have been for quite a while now, and the podcast is the most underwhelming video podcast series your tiny little mind can imagine. Do you reckon that's okay?
Yeah, I think it's quite a fitting title, to be fair. I'm not going to put my radio voice on at all or anything like that, because we have done previous shows and podcasts. I'm just going to be myself because, to be honest with you, the voices don't match the faces.
But are we ever ourselves, though?
I'm telling you, you don't want to see me being myself. And like you said, yeah, very, very unstable.
Shall I loosen you up with a card trick? I have a pack of cards here. In fact, you gave me this pack
just
of cards.
as long as you don't shuffle.
From
yes.
Do you remember the Emirates cards?
Did I give you those ones, or did I give you the ones with the cultured king and queen?
Yeah, you gave me those as well, which I'll bring out at a later date. So here we have a pack of cards, Babar. Just to explain, do I have to explain why I'm calling you Babar? I'll just leave it. It's fine. You can.
Yeah, they can work it out for themselves.
So can you verify that this is a shuffled and mixed pack of cards already? Yeah, they're all in random places. Yeah. So what I would like you to do now is, I'm going to start going like this. Yeah, and I want you to say stop when you want me to stop, and then I will choose a card for you, because obviously we are not in the same physical space. So So you
Okay.
can't. Okay, all right. And I will look away.
Stop.
Okay, so now what I'm going
Bit
to
of a
do,
delay reaction there.
what I'm going to do is, without looking, I'm going to show you the card. Can you see the card?
I can indeed.
Okay, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it back into the pile, and I'm going to shuffle this pile now in front of you so that I can't see it. And I hope that it's going to go well, this, because if it doesn't go well, this is going to be very bad. So I am, I don't know if you could see me shuffling. Could you see me shuffling at all? Right, anyway, that's very
just
shuffled.
about. I can only see your shoe.
So now what I'm
Very
going to do
shuffled.
is that I'm going to use the powers of my mind to look at the cards and guess your card. So what I would like you to do,
remember what my
so what I'd like you to do, just to sort of ground yourself, because this is almost like a spiritual moment, I'd like you to take all your clothes off if you can, and then that would just help
That's
a
not
lot.
going to happen because I've just only just put them on.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Well, you know, just to let you know, that was the whole reason I even tried this trick in the first place, so that's gone badly.
Oh really?
Right,
really?
then, was this your card?
Ah, yes, it was. I see. I'm actually quite amazed by that.
Okay, right. The reason you shouldn't be amazed is because the way I did that, just a little peep behind the curtain there, is that when I showed your card like this, I just put it down on the desk over here in front of me.
Yeah, because I can't see that because your camera's not down there. You see, it's not showing
Yep.
the whole scene.
That is the principle by which most magic works, though.
But I'm sorry to say, if you were to enter the school of magicians, you would have failed because a magician never ever tells how he's done the trick.
Oh yeah, but
I'm sorry.
I'm not really much of a magician, though, am I? Were you
but
momentarily
you're a wizard,
amazed,
though,
at
but you're
least?
yeah, that's why I was quiet. I'm just thinking, has he just cheated?
And I did
Which
that
obviously
without,
you have.
and I did that without you having to remove your clothes. So you know, it's
I'll tell
almost
you
like,
what. If at the moment you showed me the card and my clothes just magically were taken off me, that would have been an amazing trick.
we can but dream. We can but dream.
Yeah, you don't really want to see that, though, do you?
So yeah,
let me show you. Ow, ow, ow! I just got some sort of a little shock from my earphones.
Are these low quality earphones you're wearing?
That's the first time that's actually happened.
Have you been?
They are.
Have you been soldering them to fix them, which I've
No,
seen you do before?
As you know, I'm a big audiophile, so I have a set of like probably 6 headphones that are too expensive to be used right now.
I'm really happy you said audiophile very clearly.
Yes, very, very clearly.
On that note, because I've just taken delivery of my Sunday papers.
Oh, how funny is that? How funny is that? Because I was just reading that headline on my Twitter feed.
Yeah, so
Here we are. Look.
It says here, metaverse. So we can do a little paper review if you want. That might be useful to people's lives. It says here, metaverse already rife with sexual predators. That's what it says here. To which my reaction was, no shit, Sherlock, because I mean, what else is the use
What
of
are
the
they expecting? What else
are they expecting? That human beings are going to suddenly become nice? The other thing that because I've only just taken delivery is here it says cyclists are going under the new highway code. Cyclists are going to be asked to drive in the middle. Sorry, not drive, to ride in the middle of the road. So cyclists will be told to ride in the center of the lane to make themselves more visible to motorists. So that's going to go well as well, Babar. And
I'm just waiting for Jeremy Clarkson to respond to that article there.
And not only are they going to be asked to ride in the middle of the road, motorists will need to leave a minimum of 1.5 meters, nearly 5 feet when overtaking. So I don't know where you live, but I don't have any roads that are that wide. So presumably motorists will have to just like scrape parked cars on the other side of the road before they I've also taken delivery of this fortnight's Eye. And highlight for me is this comic here, where a bloke is pointing at the radio saying, "Some fascist bastard just said that nuance is dead." So I do very much like that.
I do like the word you shared on another group that you probably sourced from that private eye. But
Yeah. So when I read
is
this,
that the word?
It is, yes, it is, and it means liking luxurious things and
Luxury. I like the way you said that. What is that?
luxurious things. Yeah, luxury.
Luxury.
That'd be a good watch
Luxury.
brand, wouldn't it?
Sounds like a blue footballer.
Yeah, it sounds like
Luxury.
something you'd see stuck onto an F1 car,
Yeah.
as a sponsor.
This brand, the sponsor. Yeah.
Very dubious manufacturing processes and very shiny stores in the Middle East. Luxury.
Luxury.
How would you spell it? Can we make this brand now? We need to make some money here.
Luxury. Luxury. It'll have to be LUX, definitely.
So you're starting with an L.
Luxury.
Okay, all right. So that's brave, because normally they start with
an L, a U with an umlaut.
Okay, right. LU. So let's have a look here. Just put L U with an umlaut. The problem with the U with the umlaut is that it looks like a smiley. It looks like an amateurish smiley face.
Now, when you put it all together, it might look very luxurious.
Now, are we going for the X? Is the obvious X?
Yeah, no, let's not go for the obvious X.
The thing is that X is a very desirable sort of letter, though, to have. So maybe we should. Can we go with 2 X's? We can't go with 3 because that then sort of goes into porn territory. So
it just goes into a different metaverse. That goes into
that goes into the metaverse. It's funny because the Times is just on that note. The Times has made a comic here for the metaverse helpline saying, "Hello, Prince Andrew." So that's quite a cheap joke, I thought, because I think there isn't any joke about Prince Andrew that hasn't already been done.
He's had some training in that regard, hasn't he? He doesn't sweat. He's gonna sweat soon when he meets that lawyer.
We'll go through the travel later because we've got here a postcard from Cameroon and Kenya's forgotten coast as well. We can read about that later. So back to luxury. So after that, so I've got the LU and the double X.
Luxury.
How are we gonna spell the rest of this? It's very important.
You might want to throw in a J, maybe.
Oh yes, okay. Okay. And then are we going for a double O?
Yeah, the longer this word, the better, I think.
Okay. And then maybe an I at the end after the R?
Yeah, not a Y, not the standard Y. Everyone's going to be expecting the Y.
I've got that so far.
Oh, look at that. I could see that on a nice perfume bottle.
I could see that on a handbag.
Luxury.
Carried by a trafficked person in the Kempinski, Dubai.
in the Kempinski, yeah, definitely has to be the Kempinski because it is the type of brand that come from that region, the Kempinski region. Sorry, can't even say it.
Have you got anything to promote, by the way?
Oh,
because,
yeah,
that's what you're supposed to say on YouTube. See, the problem is that we've started a YouTube channel, and I think YouTube is at a crossroads now because it used to be for young and vibrant people to show that they had a grasp of the latest technology, and I worry that our presence on the platform is going to make it into the new Facebook, where it's just where old people like us who are tired come to try and grasp a few strands of relevance again.
The social media graveyard. Yeah, no, I think YouTube's quite relevant across the board, generally across all demographics.
Are we the death nail in YouTube? Will they look back at this moment in years to come, saying that's the moment when YouTube finally turned the corner and went down?
That'll be good because we'll probably make it into the highlights of the program that says social media legends or something like that. Maybe. Would you like to be a legend?
Can I quickly tell you why I did a card trick for you?
Go on then.
It's because I've been watching card trick videos in the night, and I think that this is also part of a spiral into disaster for me. It's the kind of thing. It's the kind of thing divorced dads do, isn't it? Even though I'm
Okay. So you're watching card trick videos last night, and I was probably watching how to restore or restore old rusty items, which I like because I find it quite therapeutic.
there's always some kind of chemical bath that they place it in, and then they just take it out, and it's all shiny again.
It's like a process of electrolysis or something like that, and I really like that. I really like watching the fizzing.
I also watch people finding driftwood.
I also
or
like
old
watching
pieces
people
of wood.
fizzing off an overdose as well.
Sorry, what's that?
I said also like watching people fizzing after an overdose, but hey, that's just me being unstable again.
That is just you being unstable. Can you try not to say too many things that I need to edit out, because I have no idea how to use the editing software. So my intention is to just put this out straight online.
Oh, really? Because the brief that I had is feel free and do what you like.
Yeah, actually, feel free and do what you like. Fuck it, Babar, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So, hang on a minute. I've just got some notes here. The notes say that I've had to ship my missus to Prevent because she recommended me a Casio watch, which was £10. It's a nice watch. It's the F91W, the original, one of the original Casio watches. The problem is that I researched it, and apparently it's the go-to watch for terrorists, because it's so reliable and cheap. It's when people are making these homemade explosive devices.
Oh dear, that's the one they use.
So
yeah, let's not talk about that.
So unfortunately, unfortunately, I've had to call the Prevent hotline and send her away in manacles. So I'll probably never see her again.
Shall I just turn her right into Hollywood and make a nice address that your Casio watch reminded me of a scene John Candy in Planes, Trains and Automobiles, and he went, I have a Casio, when he tried to get a motel room and he had no money.
John Candy, R.I.P. Very funny gentleman. Very nice gentleman by all accounts.
I love that movie. I love him in that movie.
I've been doing a spring clean. You'll be happy to know.
A sprinkling or a spring clean?
Probably a bit of both, actually. That reminds me that my lawn is very bad. I've started to worry about old people's things. I've started to, I went out in the garden to look at the shed. I organized my shed, which again is a very elderly thing to be doing. I then got concerned that over the winter, leaves have fallen onto my grass, and they have caused patchiness where they have blocked the light and nutrition from getting to the grass.
What you really need to be doing is, as soon as those leaves fall, because my
hang on, you're further down the line. You're further down the line than me.
Yeah.
What is going? I expect you to say, listen, you sad bastard, just stop worrying about these things. Instead, you're giving me genuine advice. I'm going to write this down. What's the advice? Sorry, what do I do then?
Yeah, so basically, the moment isn't nothing hard. It's just
right. The moment the leaves, right? Okay.
The moment the leaves fall, pick them up straight away.
I thought this was a twist. The moment you worry about the leaves, just go and jump in a ditch and die there.
No. It's very
okay.
Good
So what if you haven't done that? What if you haven't done that for, say, 5 months?
Then you might as well just leave them, because they're just going to rot and leave a patch on your lawn.
Should I just move house?
Potentially, if you want a nice lawn, and you've neglected your lawn through the autumn through to winter, put your house up for sale and buy a new one.
Sound advice.
I mean, who wants to deal with all the lawn and the leaves? Can't be asked. What do you do with the leaves? You can't even put them in the black bag and put them outside, and nobody will take them, and they just get torn by cats, and then they just blow everywhere.
Sorry, what? This is a glimpse into a dystopia that I wasn't familiar with. So you've had an experience where you've put leaves out in case somebody wants to take them, and then have been disappointed that the bags that you put them out in have been torn by cats. Have I got this right?
Yeah.
Is there something wrong with me here?
No, what happens is, you either have This is me probably going to complain about the Birmingham City Council. Oh, sorry, I just named an establishment. About the council who don't pick the rubbish up on time and leave bits and pieces about. But you have to pay for garden waste collection.
Yeah, I don't have to do that because I'm in a better city council, but that's okay.
Yes, snobbish. I will say bastard, but yeah.
You know what? I realize I should be doing when you speak to me. I should, because we need to make this as real and relevant as possible. When you speak to me, I should be just sitting on my phone like this.
Yeah, well, I've been trying to do that since the show started, because I am also just messing around with this Buddha board.
Yeah. Sorry, what?
You just like any living room, you know, when the family get together, and that's exactly what
I've been to restaurants and couples are doing this to each other.
I know, it's just ridiculous.
At the table, and food has arrived, and then they get out the phone to actually photograph the food, and sometimes they carry on their phones for a little while before they taste the food.
I can't deal with the obnoxious. I would use another word to follow, but I'm not going to, because
I thought we said that it's not censored. You can use as many words as you like.
Trust me, the word I want to use is censored.
Okay, it's not this word, is it? Luxury.
Yeah, I don't like people who take pictures of their food and then put it on social media to show off and say, "Hey, I just paid £800 for this steak."
In the
Shove that steak up your ass. That's all I say.
Some of those steaks are quite big, Barbara. I wouldn't just a note for those at home. I wouldn't advise you to shove them anywhere.
Some people are into that kind of stuff. So anyway, let's not go there.
I mean, the T-bone I could predict being particularly painful.
Do you fancy being T-boned?
No, that sounds crass and worrying, frankly. So no, nor am I going to type it into this search engine here. I've got a proper setup, by the way. I've got my camera. So yesterday I was messing about with tripod. So this probably looks like it's a natural environment. No, I have actually done quite a lot to set this up. I have a mic here on a tripod. I have a camera here on a tripod. I have one laptop recording us. I have another laptop for research because I can't afford an iPad, and I have this phone in case there are any drug deals going down, and I have this phone just because I'm nostalgic and
because you think you work for the government and you would like to be hacked.
So this BlackBerry cost £9 from eBay a few years ago. It sadly came with the content of the previous owner.
Oh, excellent! Let's start some blackmail.
So sadly, there are naked pictures of a middle-aged lady on this phone because she presumably didn't know how to delete her information, and this is
some wonderful content there to be sold on the metaverse.
No, this is the reason why, because I don't actually know how to use this very well myself. This is the reason why I have never done anything with this phone. So her secrets are safe with me for now.
And anybody else who uses the BBM Messenger network,
which got switched off a couple of weeks ago, didn't it? So nobody can use it.
A couple of weeks ago, it was quite a while back, wasn't it?
I think for good, it got switched off a couple of weeks ago. So now,
excellent. Can you imagine that there's somebody in a room who says, "Right, now it's time to turn it off," and there's a switch which turns off the whole service. But we know it doesn't work like that.
I think it does work. It doesn't all banking work like that, where someone just turns off a switch and then, like, Afghanistan doesn't have any money. Isn't that how it works?
Yeah. They're normally wearing blue ties as well.
Blue ties. Talking of international matters, current affairs. You know, they did some more bombing in Yemen yesterday or the day before. I listened to a clip
I
from.
don't mean it in that way, like as in I promote this. When I said, "Oh, excellent," I mean, "Oh, here we go. They're back at it again."
I was going to say that's slightly insensitive. Many of our
No,
childhood
I'm
friends
quite
are.
sympathetic. I'm quite sympathetic towards that region.
Yeah,
as you
many
know.
of our childhood friends are from the Yemeni community. The
Excellent
Yemeni
footballers
community.
who don't pass the ball.
Yeah, a lot, and the
They don't
Somali
pass.
community. They don't pass either. If you're from those communities, you need to really
All
take
the all
stock
the
of your
Somali
football.
all the Somali players that I've played football with think they're Ronaldinho, so they're always looking the other way when they're passing the ball, and I feel like slapping them in the face and look at me when you're passing the ball because I don't know
So
where this ball.
I'm gonna have to edit this bit out as well.
No, it's fine because they all like to be Ronaldinho. It's like all Yemenis say Prince Nassim is their cousin.
I honestly, I'm worried because I don't know how to edit video yet. I need to watch.
Fine. Don't worry
watch
about
tutorials
it.
on it.
We'll just leave it on there.
Right. Okay. So anyway, coming back to the bombing of that place,
yeah,
we actually, one of our good friends currently lives. Poor lad, so I hope he's all right. The United Nations ambassador from Norway, the ambassador to the UN from Norway, said some really quite strong stuff about that bombing. Do you want to hear what she said?
Go on, then.
She said, and I quote, "We are very much concerned on what's going on." And then, do you know what else she did? She called for a de-escalation. Now she did say a de-escalation, so there's only one de-escalation there. So presumably that's going to be a very, very big de-escalation there. So that's what the Norway people said. And I did wonder, is this the same Norway that sorted out the Israel-Palestine issue in the 90s?
Yeah, this is what I was going to say. Yeah, this is that very same Norway, isn't it?
So yeah,
That's
just
really
once again, we are very much concerned on what's going on. That's what she said there. I think about 70 people were killed in that bombing, including some African migrants that were arbitrarily in detention.
You know what really caused this recent bombing is
no, hang on a minute. Just in case we hit it really big and become YouTube boxers, we might need to pursue a deal in the wonderful kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And hello and salam to all my Saudi brethren out there. We really like your kingdom.
We're very sympathetic towards that region and really like everything.
So before you say anything, can you make sure that you don't cut off any commercial tie-ins we may need to have in future?
Yeah, because there's a lovely Grand Prix that I want to attend next season.
Exactly, and we need to make sure that our visas do actually go through.
I was just going to say this is probably the back and forth of what's happened recently with the drone bombing in Abu Dhabi and all this. So just let them sort it out. That's all I'm saying.
That's fine. Yeah, nothing a couple of bone saws won't sort out. And a large barbecue.
Yeah, and about 3 kilos of meat.
Yeah. Anyway, that's
I can smell the grill.
That's our commercial tie-in gone now. Before we go, Babar, anything else?
No, I was just going to say, let's take a step back to yes.
Right, your filter that you've got on Zoom is not doing you any favors here.
Yeah, I know. I always find this. So let me just see, because I just want to share these pictures that I found a while back. Anyway, I'll leave them for next week.
That's absolutely fine.
It's a bit of a mystery. Blurred their faces, you see. I'm protecting the celebrities.
Is that the two photos that you carry around with you at all times?
One of you with everywhere.
One of you with Chris Eubank and one of you with Thierry Henry.
Thanks for spoiling the mystery.
There's no mystery. We pretty much saw the Chris Eubank one quite clearly.
It reminds us of somebody who remind me of a friend that we both know who used to have a photo with John Travolta, and everywhere he went, he would say, "Oh, I met John Travolta. I met John Travolta."
I always find it interesting when people used to carry, because now obviously you can do that with a phone, so it's a bit more subtle. But there was a time when people used to physically carry a picture of them with a celebrity as a talking point. So you know how like I've loosened you up with my card trick there. They would loosen you up with talking about a celebrity. But
A bit
yeah,
of an icebreaker.
it breaks something definitely. Right then, Babar, thank you for your time. Same time next week.
Is it just half an hour? I was ready for an hour, man.
No, nobody's gonna sit through an hour of this, especially seeing as I'm not gonna do any
Cool.
editing.
No worries. Have a wonderful week ahead, and be watching a lot of football this afternoon.
Yeah, I'll probably see you tomorrow. We're very sad. We're the only people in
Yeah.
each other's lives.
Yeah, that's it. It's the way it should be. Keep it limited, man. You can't go wrong.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.